In this module, we'll describe another of our 4 pillars, which is describe. So we'll show you a couple of different ways that you can describe the objects in your model. First is for each of the different objects listed here, cubes, dimensions, processes, and chores, you'll see that there's this description column when you go to the list. Now, to edit these, you can come up to the Profile drop-down and turn on Edit Tags. And you'll see that all of this text turns blue, indicating you can edit it. Now, the purpose of this description is to add a plain language, user-friendly, perhaps business-friendly type of description for each of your objects. Now, this can be useful in a number of ways, one of the primary ways being knowledge transfer. So if you have a new employee, new consultant, somebody else coming in to start working on your model, this will give them a starting point to start to understand the purpose of each of the objects within your model. So what you can do is just simply click and say, and you can add your description there. And like I said, you can see some of the default ones we've put in here. KPI Cube is used to monitor company performance, for example. And you can do that for each of the objects all the way through your model. If we go to dimensions, we can see some of these in here as well, with some descriptions already populated. Period dimensions contains the financial periods, etc. And in this case, we'll just go ahead and we'll say, we'll just use my name, Ross's. Oops, this is not a cube, this is a dimension. There we go. So now we've added those descriptions to each of our objects. Now, the other thing that we can do to add descriptions to our objects is a recently added feature, which is tagging. So we see this Manage Tags menu pop up, and we'll just go ahead and add a tag. And we'll say something like, if we need to do an audit on our dimensions looking for redundant dimensions or unused dimensions, we can give that a name and we'll apply it only to dimensions. Or maybe we want to do something like an object owner. And in this case, we want it to apply to all of the different types of objects. And we'll go ahead and click OK. So you can see creating tags is a very quick and simple process. Excuse me. Then what we can do is so now if we're going through and we're auditing our list of dimensions, we can go through each. So if we select one, first you'll see that description from that list appearing here, and then you'll also be able to see the tags that we've created here as well. And again, you'll need this Edit Tags flag turned on in order to edit these. So maybe we've audited this dimension, we've decided it's good to go, and we can give it a value. And we'll want to make the value that we use in these tag values to be somewhat unique. And the reason for that is so that it can be easily used for searching and filtering, and I'll show you that in just a moment. And then if we want to, again, give this object an owner, we'll use me again, and we'll just give that to me. So now we've done a couple of things. We've added that plain language description of the object, and we can also then use tagging to add another level of metadata to that object. And where these come in handy is also with the search. So if I wanted to type my name in here, we'll see a couple things. That account dimension that I assigned myself in the description will appear here, and also that tag that I just created and I assigned myself the object owner, that will appear in the search as well. Similarly, for that audit complete one that we just created, if we type that in there, we'll see the dimension audit tag and the value of audit complete. So this will be a list of objects that or the dimensions that you've already audited.